Have you ever felt like there's something more to life? Something that you can't quite articulate, but can sense deep within your being? Maybe it's a subtle feeling, a knowing, that the reality you perceive is only a fragment of a much larger, infinite picture. If you're here, it's not by accident. I believe you're one of the few who are ready to go deeper, to uncover truths that most people will never even begin to grasp. These truths are not just ideas or philosophies, they are vibrations, frequencies that exist beyond words. And today we're going to explore the first of these 5 high vibration truths. Hey Dave! But before we dive in, let me ask you this. Have you ever stopped to question the nature of your own existence? Not just, who am I, but what am I? What is this consciousness that observes, that feels, that exists? If you've ever asked these questions, then you're already tapping into something extraordinary. Most people live their entire lives on autopilot, never stopping to question the very fabric of their reality. Aside from all the normal stuff, feelings like fatigue and sleep, everyone sometimes finds time to think about whether they want to die or feel rested and happy, but not you. You're here because you're ready to awaken to a higher level of understanding, a vibration so profound that it will shift the way you see everything. Those that have not yet experienced are still betrayed into some form of desolation by their own hatred. The first truth is this: reality is not what it seems. It's an illusion shaped by your perception. I know, this might sound like a cliche, but let's really break it down. Science tells us that everything we see, touch, and experience is made up of vibrating energy. The chair you're sitting on, the device you're watching this on, even your own body, all of it is energy vibrating at different frequencies. But here's the thing, what you perceive as solid or real is just your brain interpreting energy waves. Your senses are limited filters, giving you only a tiny fraction of the full picture. Think about that for a moment. What you call reality is just a projection of your mind.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
So, if reality is an illusion, what does that mean for you? It means you have far more power than you've been led to believe. The world isn't happening to you, it's happening through you. Your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs. They're all frequencies that shape the energy around you. This is why 2 people can experience the same event in completely different ways. One person might see a storm and feel fear, while another sees it as a beautiful expression of nature's power. The storm is the same, but their perceptions create 2 entirely different realities. And this brings us to a crucial point. You are not a passive observer of reality. You are a creator. The vibration you hold within yourself determines the reality you experience. This isn't just some abstract concept. It's a fundamental truth that has been understood by mystics, sages, and spiritual masters for thousands of years. But here's the catch. To truly grasp this, you have to take responsibility for your vibration. You have to become aware of the energy you're putting out into the universe. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you checked in with your thoughts? Not the surface level chatter, but the deep, often subconscious patterns that run your life. What do you believe about yourself, about the world, about what's possible? Most people are carrying around beliefs that aren't even theirs. beliefs they've inherited from their parents, society, or past experiences. These beliefs create energetic blocks that keep them stuck in low vibrations, unable to access the higher frequencies of truth. Here's a practical exercise. Take a moment to sit in silence and observe your thoughts. Don't judge them, just watch. What patterns do you notice? Are your thoughts mostly positive, or do they lean toward fear, doubt, and negativity? The first step to raising your vibration is becoming conscious of the energy you're emitting. Because here's the thing, the universe doesn't respond to what you say you want. It responds to the vibration you're broadcasting. If you're constantly focused on lack, fear, or limitation, that's the energy you're putting out, and that's exactly what you'll attract. But how do you start shifting your vibration? The answer lies in the second truth, which we'll explore later. For now, let's go deeper into this idea of perception and creation. Imagine you're standing in front of a mirror. If you want the reflection to smile, you have to smile first, right? The mirror doesn't change until you do. Life works the same way. Your external reality is a reflection of your internal state. So, if you want to change your life, you have to start by changing your energy. This is where most people get stuck. They think, I'll be happy when I get the job, the relationship, the money. But that's like waiting for the mirror to smile before you do. It doesn't work that way. You have to cultivate the vibration of happiness, abundance, and love now. When you do, the universe will reflect that energy back to you in ways you can't even imagine. Let's make this actionable. Right now, think about one area of your life where you feel stuck. Maybe it's your career, your relationships, or your health. Ask yourself, what vibration am I bringing to this area? Am I approaching it with fear, frustration, or doubt? Or am I approaching it with faith, gratitude, and a sense of possibility? Be honest with yourself. This isn't about judgment. It's about awareness. Because once you're aware of your vibration, you can start to shift it. Here's a simple but powerful practice. Every morning, before you start your day, take 5 minutes to visualize the reality you want to create. Feel the emotions of already having it. If it's abundance you're seeking, feel the gratitude of already being abundant. If it's love, feel the joy of already being deeply loved. Don't just think about it, feel it. Emotions are the language of the universe, and when you align your emotions with your desires, you begin to draw them into your reality. But let's not stop there, let's take it even deeper. If reality is an illusion shaped by your perception, then what is the truth? What exists beyond the illusion? This is where most people falter, because the answer isn't something you can grasp with your mind, it's something you have to experience. The mystics call it the unmanifest, the infinite field of creation that underlies all of creation. It's the source, the oneness, the divine. And here's the mind-blowing part. You are not separate from it. You are it. Think about that for a moment. The same consciousness that is creating galaxies, stars, and planets is flowing through you right now. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the ocean in a drop. But to realize this, you have to let go of the illusion of separation. You have to stop identifying with the ego, the small self that sees itself as separate from the whole. This is the journey of awakening, and it's not an easy one. It requires you to dismantle everything you think you know about yourself and the world. But the reward is freedom. Freedom from fear, limitation, and suffering. So I'll leave you with this question. Are you ready to let go of the illusion and step into your power as a creator? Are you ready to raise your vibration and align with the infinite? Because that's what it means to be one of the 1%. To see beyond the veil and live in the truth of who you really are. Let's continue. If you've made it this far, it's because something deep within you resonates with these truths. You're beginning to feel the pull of something greater, the realization that you are not just a participant in reality, but a co-creator of it. And now, as we move into the second high vibration truth, I need you to ask yourself, are you truly ready to realign with the energy that creates worlds? Because this next truth holds the key to transforming not just your outer reality, but your entire way of being. Here's the second truth. Energy must always come before action. This might sound counterintuitive at first, because most of us have been conditioned to believe that action is the driving force behind change. If you want something, you have to work hard for it, right? But what if I told you that action without aligned energy is like paddling upstream against the current? It's exhausting, inefficient, and often leads to frustration and burnout. Think about it. How many times have you worked tirelessly toward a goal only to feel like you're spinning your wheels? Maybe you've been putting in long hours at your job, chasing a promotion, but it's still out of reach. Or you've been working on a relationship, trying to fix things, but nothing seems to improve. The problem isn't your effort. The problem is that your energy is out of alignment with what you're trying to create. Or let's break this down. Everything in the universe operates on the principle of vibration. When you're aligned with the energy of what you desire, you naturally attract it into your experience. But when you're out of alignment, when your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs contradict your desires, you create resistance. And that resistance blocks the very thing you're trying to manifest. This is why energy must always come first. Action is important, yes, but only when it flows from a place of alignment. So how do you know if you're in alignment? It's simpler than you think. Alignment feels good. It feels like ease, flow, and clarity. When you're in alignment, your actions feel inspired, not forced. You might find yourself in the right place at the right time, meeting the right people, or stumbling upon the perfect opportunity. Things just click. On the other hand, misalignment feels like struggle and frustration. When you're out of alignment, it doesn't matter how much effort you put in, things always feel like an uphill battle. Here's a question for you. In your life right now, where are you forcing things? Where are you trying to make something happen through sheer willpower, even though it feels like you're swimming against the tide? Be honest with yourself. This isn't about blame or judgment, it's about awareness. The first step to realignment is recognizing where you're out of sync. For me, the answer. Now, let's talk about how to shift into alignment. The key is to focus on your state of being before you take action. Most people try to create change from the outside in. They think, if I can just fix this situation or achieve this goal, then I'll feel better. But this approach is backwards. Real change happens from the inside out. You have to cultivate the energy of what you want before it manifests in your external reality. Here's a practical exercise to help you align your energy. Start by identifying something you desire. Maybe it's financial abundance, a loving relationship, or a sense of purpose. Now, ask yourself, how would I feel if I already had this? Would you feel joy, gratitude, freedom, peace? Whatever the emotion is, focus on generating that feeling within yourself right now. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and imagine that your desire has already been fulfilled. Feel it as if it's real. Let that emotion wash over you. This might sound like wishful thinking, but it's far from it. When you align your energy with the vibration of your desire, you create a powerful magnetic field that draws that reality toward you. It's not about pretending or ignoring your current circumstances. It's about tuning your frequency to the energy of what you want to experience. Action taken from this state of alignment is infinitely more powerful than action taken from a place of lack or fear. But let's take this deeper. Alignment isn't just about manifesting material desires. It's about reconnecting with your true self, the part of you that is already whole, abundant, and at peace. When you're aligned with your true self, you don't need external circumstances to validate your worth or happiness. Instead, you radiate those qualities from within, and the world responds in kind. Exercise, gentle mindfulness, and temperature control can help with significant depression. Let me ask you this. Who are you when you strip away the labels, the roles, and the expectations? Who are you beyond your job, your relationships, and your achievements? Most people spend their lives trying to become something, but the truth is, you already are. You don't need to chase abundance because abundance is your natural state. You don't need to seek love because love is what you are. Alignment is simply the process of remembering and reclaiming this truth. Now, let's address something important. What happens when you're in alignment, but the external results don't show up right away? This is where most people give up. They think, I've been doing the inner work, but nothing's changing. Here's the thing. The universe operates on its own timing, not yours. Just because you don't see instant results doesn't mean your energy isn't working. Trust the process. Trust that what you desire is on its way to you, even if you can't see it yet. In the meantime, focus on maintaining your alignment. Make it a daily practice. Start your mornings with gratitude. Meditate to quiet your mind and connect with your inner being. Surround yourself with people and environments that uplift your energy, and most importantly, stay open to the unexpected. The universe often delivers in ways that are far beyond what your mind can imagine. So let me leave you with this. Are you willing to trust the power of alignment? Are you ready to let go of the need to control every detail and instead focus on cultivating the energy of what you desire? Because when you do, you'll discover a flow and ease to life that most people never experience. You'll realize that you don't have to push or force to create the life you want. You just have to align, and that's what makes you one of the 1%. Are you ready to take this even deeper? By now, you've begun to understand that the power to create your reality lies not in effort or struggle, but in the vibration you hold and the alignment of your energy. But there's a third truth, one that separates those who merely dabble in spiritual concepts from those who truly awaken. You must let go to rise higher. Letting go. It sounds simple, doesn't it? But in practice, it can feel like the hardest thing in the world. Why? Because we've been taught to hold on to control, to outcomes, to identities, to people, to beliefs. Most of us cling to what we know, even when it no longer serves us, because the unknown feels terrifying. But here's the secret. Letting go isn't about loss. It's about liberation. It's about releasing the weight that keeps you tethered to a lower vibration so you can ascend to your highest potential. Let me ask you this. What are you holding on to right now? Is it a relationship that no longer aligns with who you're becoming? A belief that tells you you're not enough? A fear of failure or rejection? Maybe it's a version of yourself that you've outgrown but you're too scared to let go of because it's all you've ever known. Be honest with yourself. What are you clinging to that's keeping you small? When you hold on to something out of fear, you create resistance, and resistance is the enemy of flow. Think of your life as a river. When you're in alignment, the river flows effortlessly, carrying you toward your desires. But when you resist, when you cling to the rocks along the riverbank, you block the flow. You feel stuck, stagnant, and exhausted. Letting go is like releasing your grip on those rocks and trusting the river to carry you. It's scary at first, but once you surrender, you realize that the current knows exactly where it's taking you. But how do you let go? How do you release the fear, the control, the attachments? It starts with awareness. You can't let go of something you're not aware of. So, take a moment to reflect. What's weighing you down? What thoughts, emotions, or patterns do you keep revisiting even though they drain your energy? Often these are the things you're most afraid to face. But here's the thing. What you resist persists. The more you avoid looking at your fears, the more power they have over you. The act of letting go begins the moment you face them head on. Dependability in the relationship is important. Wading through the fears gives your partner something to hold on to. Here's a practice to help you release what no longer serves you. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, grounding yourself in the present moment. Now bring to mind something you are holding on to, a fear, a belief, a situation. Notice how it feels in your body. Where do you feel tension or heaviness? Is it in your chest, your stomach, your shoulders? Just observe it without judgment. Now imagine that this fear or attachment is a weight you're carrying. Visualize yourself gently setting it down. See it dissolving into light, returning to the infinite energy of the universe. As you release it, say to yourself, I let this go. I trust the flow of life. Repeat this as many times as you need to. Notice how your body feels afterward. Do you feel lighter, freer, more open? This is the power of letting go. It creates space for something new, something higher to enter your life. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It doesn't mean you give up on your dreams or abandon your responsibilities. It means you release the need to control every outcome. It means you trust that the universe has a plan for you, one that's far greater than anything your mind can conceive. When you let go, you align yourself with the infinite possibilities of the present moment. You allow life to surprise you in ways you never imagined. But here's the deeper truth. Letting go isn't just about external attachments. It's about releasing the illusions of the ego. the false self that clings to separation, fear, and lack. The ego thrives on control and certainty, but your higher self knows that true freedom comes from surrender. Letting go is an act of faith, not in something outside of you, but in the infinite intelligence that flows through you. Is trusting that you are always supported, always guided, always connected to the source. Now, let me ask you something that might shake you to your core. Who would you be if you let go of everything? Not in a physical sense, but energetically. If you released all your fears, doubts, and attachments, who would you be if you stopped identifying with your past, your roles, your labels? What would remain? The answer is simple but profound. You would be pure being. You would be the infinite consciousness that you truly are, beyond the illusions of the mind. This is the ultimate freedom, the highest vibration, to live from a place of surrender, trust, and flow, to let go of the need to know, to control, to cling. And here's the paradox. When you let go, you don't lose anything, you gain everything. You open yourself to miracles, synchronicities, and opportunities that were always there, waiting for you to release the resistance blocking them. So I'll leave you with this. Are you ready to let go? Are you ready to release the weight of fear, control, and attachment, and step into the flow of infinite possibilities? Because this is the frequency of truth. This is the vibration of freedom, and this is what it means to be one of the 1%. We've journeyed together through the layers of perception, alignment, and surrender, uncovering truths that most people will never understand. But now, we've arrived at the ultimate revelation, the one truth that unites them all. Love is the highest vibration of all. This isn't the love we often think of, conditional, transactional, or fleeting. No, this is universal love, the infinite force that flows through all creation. It's the essence of who you are. It's the energy that birthed the stars, the earth, and every soul in existence. It's the vibration that transcends fear, dissolves separation, and connects everything in perfect oneness. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you truly felt love? Not for someone or something, but as a state of being. Most people spend their lives searching for love outside of themselves, believing it's something they must earn or find. But the truth is, love isn't something you have to seek. It's something you are. At your core, beneath all the layers of ego and conditioning, you are love. And when you embody this vibration, you align yourself with the highest frequency in the universe. Here's the secret. Love is not an emotion. It's a state of consciousness. It's the recognition that there is no separation between you and the rest of existence. When you vibrate at the frequency of love, you transcend the illusion of me and them. You see the divine in everyone and everything, including yourself. You realize that every experience, no matter how painful or challenging, is an expression of love, guiding you back to your true self. But how do you embody this vibration? How do you live as love in a world that often feels so heavy with fear, division, and pain? It starts with self-love. And I don't mean the superficial kind that's tied to achievements or appearances. I mean unconditional love, the kind that says, I am worthy simply because I exist. Most of us are taught to be our own harshest critics, to judge ourselves for our perceived flaws and failures. But what would happen if you treated yourself with the same compassion and kindness you would offer a dear friend? What if you forgave yourself for every mistake, for every moment of doubt or fear? How would your energy shift? Here's a practice. Place your hand over your heart and close your eyes. Take a deep breath and say to yourself, I am love. I am enough. I am whole. Repeat this until you feel it, not just in your mind, but in your entire being. Notice how your vibration changes when you connect with the truth of who you are. When you embody love, you naturally raise the vibration of everyone and everything around you. You don't need to preach or convince anyone. You simply radiate love, and others feel it. This is how true transformation happens, not through force, but through the quiet, powerful presence of love. So let me leave you with this final question. Are you ready to embody love, not as an idea, but as your way of being? Because this is the ultimate vibration. This is the truth that changes everything, and it's already within you, waiting to be remembered.